The Chicken Who Dreamed of the South Pole, a Bedtime Story. Psst! Little ones, snuggle in close. Tonight, we're going on a dreamy adventure with a chicken who had the most amazing dream of all. Imagine a cozy little farm, bathed in sunshine. Chickens clucked, cows mooed, and everything was warm and green. But there was one little chicken named Penny, who was, well, a little different. Can you picture her? A fluffy white chicken with tiny black speckles, and the sparkliest, most curious eyes you ever did see. Penny wasn't like the other chickens. While they loved pecking for corn in the warm sunshine, Penny dreamed of snow. She'd flap her little wings and waddle around, pretending she was somewhere icy and cold. She even wore a tiny blue scarf because she loved the cold so much. "I don't belong here," she'd chirp excitedly. "I belong where the snow sparkles and the wind howls. I belong in the snow." The other chickens would giggle and cluck amongst themselves. "Chickens don't like the cold, Penny," they'd tease. "It's too chilly for our feathers." But Penny just puffed out her chest and declared, "Then maybe I'm not a chicken, maybe I'm a penguin." She truly believed it with all her little chicken heart. She imagined sliding on her tummy and swimming in icy water. Oh, what a dream! One crisp winter morning, as the leaves turned golden and red, Penny saw something amazing. A whole flock of geese, honking and flapping their wings, were flying south. They were going on a big adventure to warmer lands. Penny's eyes widened. "If they can travel far," she gasped, "so can I." A big, brave idea popped into her head. She would follow them, not to the warm lands, but to the coldest place she could imagine, the icy shores where penguins lived. She packed a tiny bag with a few seeds and a shiny pebble, for good luck, of course. Soon, she whispered to herself, "I'll be with my real family." And with a determined flap of her wings, she set off on her grand adventure. After a long journey, filled with exciting sights and sounds, Penny finally arrived. And what did she see? A breathtaking land covered in snow and ice. Sparkling glaciers rose from the icy blue water, and funny, waddling birds were everywhere. "I knew it!" Penny squealed with delight. "I belong here." She took a brave little step onto the ice, ready to join her penguin family. But, oh dear! The ice was slippery. "Whoa, itch!" Penny cried as her feet went out from under her. She slid and tumbled, her little blue scarf flapping in the wind, until... bam! She crashed right into a very large, very surprised emperor penguin. The penguin blinked his wise, gentle eyes. "Well, now," he chuckled. "We don't usually get chickens around here." Gus, the wise old penguin, and the other penguins watched with curious eyes as Penny tried her best to be a penguin. She tried to waddle like them, but her chicken legs weren't quite made for it. She tried to swim in the icy water, but she just splashed awkwardly, sending shivers down her spine. "I can do this," she insisted, shivering. "Just like you." She practiced sliding on her tummy, but she kept bumping into things. It was much harder than she thought. Gus, seeing her determination, waddled over to her. "You have great spirit, little one," he said kindly. "But have you ever wondered why you want to be a penguin?" Penny paused, her little brow furrowed in thought. "Because penguins are amazing," she declared. "They love the cold, they waddle, and they're different." She looked at Gus with hopeful eyes, wanting to be accepted. Gus smiled gently and led Penny to the edge of a giant glacier. The sky above them was filled with the most magical sight, the dancing northern lights. Swirls of green, pink, and purple painted the sky, making Penny gasp with wonder. "Being different is wonderful," Gus said softly, his voice filled with wisdom. "But being yourself is even better." He pointed to Penny's reflection in the icy water. Penny looked at herself. She saw a small chicken, wearing a blue scarf, standing among a crowd of penguins. She looked different. And for the first time, she wasn't sure if that was what she wanted. "I guess," she said softly, "I'm not a penguin." A little tear welled up in her eye. Gus put a comforting flipper on her back. "No, little one," he said, smiling. "You're a chicken who loves the cold. And that makes you special." Penny thought about it for a moment. A slow smile spread across her face. "That's true," she chirped happily. "I may not be a penguin, but I'm the only chicken who loves the snow." Gus laughed, a warm, rumbling sound. "And that is something to be proud of," he exclaimed. The other penguins chuckled and nodded in agreement. That night, under the dancing lights of the sky, Penny realized something important. She didn't need to change who she was to be special. She was already special, just as she was. A chicken who loved the cold, who dreamed big dreams, and who wasn't afraid to be different. And from that day on, Penny returned to her farm, not as a penguin, but as the bravest, most adventurous chicken anyone had ever known. She told stories of her journey to the other chickens, inspiring them to embrace their own unique qualities. So, little ones, remember Penny the chicken. Remember that it's okay to be different. It's okay to have big dreams. And most importantly, it's wonderful to be yourself. Now close your eyes, imagine the dancing northern lights, and dream sweet dreams of icy adventures and being wonderfully, perfectly you. Sweet dreams, little ones. Sleep tight. Now, before you drift off to sleep, tell your parents about your favorite part of Penny's adventure. And maybe tomorrow, you can draw a picture of Penny with the penguins under the northern lights. Good night.